Hello guys, welcome. Today we will be starting the JavaScript session 2. If you have not watched the previous session, you can go and watch the session 1. The description for session 1 is given in the link below. So, we'll be starting the session 2. In the session 2, we'll be dealing with the operators and statement. So today we are going to see the operators and the different types of operators used in JavaScript. So now what is an operator? Operator specifies the type of operation to be performed on the values of a variable and expression. JavaScript provides different types of operators to perform simple and complex calculations and evaluations. Certain operators are used to construct relational and logical statements. These statements allow implementing decision and looping construct. An operation is an action performed on one or more values stored in a variable. The specified action either changes the values of the variable or generates a new value. An operation requires minimum one symbol and one value. Minimum one symbol and some values. For example, x plus y, where plus is an operator and x and y is the operand on which the operation is being performed. Symbol is called an operator like plus, subtraction, addition, multiplication, question mark, and it specifies the type of action to be performed on the values like greater than, less than, any operation. Value or variable on which the operation is performed are called operand. Like I already told you, x plus y. So plus is an operand where the plus is an operator and x and y is an operand. So you can say another, let's say for example x plus plus. So x is an operand where plus plus is an operator. So now based on this, operators can be categorized into three main types, like unity operator, which contains a single operand. For example, x plus plus, they are just single operand like x. Binary operator, which requires two operand for performing any operations, like x plus y, x minus y. So it contains two operand, x and y. Ternary operators, which requires three operands. So now we'll be seeing different types of operators used in JavaScript. Operators helps in specifying, simplifying expressions. JavaScript provides a predefined set of operators that allow performing different operations. So based on this operations, it's categorized into 6 categories. The first is arithmetic operator, then the relational operator, logical operators, assignment operators, bitwise operator, special operators. So let's see one by one. Arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators are the binary operators. That means it takes two operand. So the operators are addition, subtraction, division, modulo and multiplication. These are the arithmetic operations which are used for performing arithmetic calculations. These are used for performing the arithmetic operations. So now let's see an example where, let's say I've initialized var, a variable which is initialized 34,500. Another variable is interest, which is an 8, and another variable, that the interest amount and the total amount. The interest amount, just I'm calculating a value like the loan amount multiplied by interest divided by 100. So I'll get the total interest amount. and for the total amount I will just sum the interest amount plus the loan amount. So just performing an arithmetic operations. So you can perform the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication. Here I am performing the addition, multiplication and division. So when I run this example, it will show me the value as total amount to be paid in the total amount, the value which has been calculated. So the examples, I'll share you the examples in the link below, where you can go through all the examples that we'll be sharing today. The next operator is the increment and decrement operator. The increment and decrement operator are the unity operator. That means it takes a single operand. So increment operator, increment by 1. That means it increases the number by 1. Decrement operator, decrement by 1. That means it decreases the value by 1. These operators can be placed either before or after the operand. Operator if placed before the operand, expression is called as pre-increment or pre-decrement. Operators if placed after the operand, it's called as a post-increment or post-decrement. So for example, if you write plus plus x, so you can see the expression is before x. That means it is a pre-increment. Or if you write minus minus x, it's called as a pre-decrement. Or if you place after the operand, for example x plus plus or x minus minus, that is a post-increment or post-decrement. So you can see the increment before, so that's called as pre-increment. You can see the increment after the operand, that's called as post-increment. Again you can see the decrement before the operand, that's pre-decrement. And here you can see the decrement after the operand, that's called as a post-decrement. So I'll show you an example. So now you can see the number, like the number is 3. I initialize the variable as 3. Now I'll just give an alert box where after the operation it shows number after post increment. So this is post increment. That means if it is 3, it will be incremented by 1. It will be incremented by 1, that is 4. But you cannot see the result in the same line. It's a post. So you can see the value in the next line. If you are printing again number, suppose you are printing after again document.write, you are printing a number again, it will show you 4. But in the same line it will show you 3. It means it's a post increment. It has incremented and show you the result in the next time. So this will show you 3. But here I am using the plus plus number. That means it will show you the increment at the same time. So here the number was incremented and it was supposed to be 4. So now 4 is added as 1. That means it's a 5. This line will be printed as 5. Now decrement. So now it's again a post decrement. So we cannot see the decrement in the same line. But I told you, if we just print the number, decrement cannot be seen in the next line, but it has decremented the number by 1. We can see the result in the next time. So let's run this example and show you the after increment and decrement. You can see the first, it shows 3. It is incremented, show you the result in the next time. This is showing you the 5 because already the number has incremented by 1, that was 4, and again plus 1, that is 5. Here you can see the post decrement, that means 5 minus 1. It's supposed to be 4 because it's a post decrement, so you cannot see at the same time. In the next line you see it's printing as 4. So post decrement after, pre decrement at the same time. I hope this example was clear. I'll share this example in the link. Now the next operator is the relational operator. Relational operator are the binary operator where we are going to use two operand for the comparison. That means a relation between two operands. So after making a comparison, they will return a Boolean value, that is namely true or false. So the relational operators are equal, not equal, strictly equal, and strictly not equal. Then what does this equal means? Let's say 90 equals 91. Is it equal or not? It's not initializing, it's just comparing whether it is equal or not. Not equal, whether 90 is not equal 98, that is true. 90 is equal 91, that is false. Strictly equal means even the data type should be the same. Even the data type should be the same. The value should be the same, even the data type supposed to be the same. That is 3 equals means strictly equal. And exclamation mark double equal to sign, that means strictly not equal. That means two operands are unequal, and even it should not be the same data type. Now some other relational operators are greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. So now let's see an example. So now I took the number as 3, the second number as 4. So the first number is greater than second number. Is it? That means 3 is greater than 4. No, it's not. So it may return a false. First number is less than the second number. First number, that is 3 less than 4. Yeah, it's true. So it will return you true. Next, first number is equal to the second number. No, it's not. It's not equal. So it will return you the false as well. So let's run this example. So you can see the first number is greater than second number is false. The first number is less than the second number is true. And the first number equal to the second number is false. Now let's see the next operator, that is logical operator. Logical operator are also are a type of binary operator. That means it takes a two operand. They belongs to the category of relational operators as they return a Boolean value. So the logical operators are used to combine two conditions, and the conditions can be done using the relational operator. Relational operators are also called as a conditional expressions, because we establish a condition, that is x greater than 10, x less than 10, x greater than y. So logical operator can join two conditions. For this, the logical operator has three operators, that is and, not, and or. And that means x is equal to 2, and for and we use double ampersand sign, and y is equal to 5. That means x supposed to be 2 as well as y supposed to be 5. If both is true, it is true. If any one is false, it will return false. Not x is equal to 3. So x should be not equal to 3. X can be anything except 3. Or it returns true if either of the condition is true, whether x is equal to 2 or y is equal to 5. In case any one is true, it is true. So let's see an example. Name is John, age is 23. John's age is greater than or equal to 23 years. So it will say name is supposed to be John, and age should be supposed to be less than equals to 23. Is it true? Yes, the name is John. Age is greater than equal to 23. Is it true? Yes, it is true. So if both the condition is true, that means it's true. So you can see it is true. But even in, let's say, less than equals to 25. Is 23 less than equals to 25? Yes. Now I put 20. Let's say 23 is less than equals to 20. No. So if any of the condition is false, so now I can see it's showing me, sorry, it's greater than, sorry, let's say make it 25, greater than 25. No, it's not. So now let's see, the result is showing me false. That is 23 is not greater than 25. Now next, if I make it OR, if I make it OR, that means any one is true, it's true. That means name is John, that is true. So let's refresh, it's showing me true. Any one is true, that means it's true. Coming to the next operator, that is assignment operator. Assignment operator assign the value to the right side operand to the operand on the left side by using equal operator. A simple assignment operator is the equal operator that is used to assign a value or a result to any variable. So compound assignment operator is formed by combining the simple assignment operators. Like for example, you can see num plus is equal to 6. Either you write down num is equal to num1 plus 6, or instead of this you can write like this, num1 is equal to num1 minus 6. Instead of writing like this, you can write num1 minus equal to 6. Num1 is equal to num1 into 6. Instead of this, you can write down num1 multiplied equals 6. Num1 modulo equals 6. That means num1 is equal to num1 modulo 6. That is compound assignment operator. Next, coming to the bitwise operator. Bitwise operator represent their operands in bits. That means 0 and 1. So bitwise operator perform their operations on 0 and 1. So that is, let's say AND. So it will just compare the bits of both the values. For example, let's say 56 and 28. So if we use AND, so it will compare the bits of both. As you know, AND means both should be true. OR means either should be true, and not none of them should be true. So we just assume 0 means false, 0 means false, and 1 is true. So you can say, just for example, 0 and 0 and both is false, that means false. 1 and 1 both is true, that means true. So it is comparing like that. Or in the case of OR, both is false, false, both is true, true. 1 is false, 1 is true. So if 1 is false, 1 is true, that means it is true. So that is how the bitwise compares. Bitwise compares the bits. So if it is double AND, that means it's the logical operator. Single AND represents bitwise operator. Double ampersand sign, if you're using the double ampersand sign, that means it's a logical AND. And if you're using the single AND, if you're just using the single AND, that means it's a bitwise AND operator. Coming to the next, that is a special operator, also called as a ternary operator. It takes three operands. So for ternary operator, the special operator, we used comma, where the multiple expressions into a single expression can be added using the comma. Question mark is a conditional, operates three operand when result depends on the conditions, also called as a ternary operator. Next is type of. The type of is a special operator. It will return you the type of the variable. whether the variable is a number or it's a string, what is the type of the variable. So I'll show you an example. For example, I just ask the user, enter your age. Then whatever the user has entered the age, I'll store into the age. I'll convert to int. We use the parse int in the session 1 of JavaScript. So you can go to and watch the session 1 if you have not seen the session 1 in case. So if I've entered 21 years, so it will just bypass the years and take 21 and stored in the age. Then I'm just asking the age type of. So type of is used to return the what type of variable is it. So type of age. So age is a number, is equal to number. So is it a number? Okay, if it is true, and age is greater than equals to 18. So if the user has entered the age that is greater than 18. So if it is true, that means you are eligible. The first argument will run if it is true. If it is false, comes to the second argument, that is not possible. That means not eligible. So document.write, it will print you are your age years old. So you are status. What is a status? Status is, what does it hold? It holds this information to vote. So whether you are eligible or you are not eligible. So let's run this and show you the output. Age, so let's say age is 25. Okay, you are 25 years old and you are eligible to vote. So it shows you are age is 25, I entered, then years old. So you are status. Status, is it greater than 18? Yes. Is the type is number? Yes, the type is number. So you are eligible to vote. Now in case I have entered the age is 16, you are 16 years old, so you are not eligible to vote. So if this both is not true, and means both the conditions should be true. If either of the condition is false, it will go to not eligible. So it's printing the status as not eligible to vote. I hope this example was clear. I'll share this example in the link below. So in case of any questions, any doubts, you can write in the comment box. So at the last, we'll see the precedence of operator. If you are using the multiple operators in a one expression, it will work on this precedence. The first is the parenthesis, then increment and decrement, then post increment and post decrement, then the pre-increment, pre-decrement, and the bitwise. Then it's coming to the multiplication, division, and the modulo. Then subtraction and addition. Then greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, strictly equal, strictly not equal, not equal to, then bitwise and, bitwise or, bitwise XOR, logical and, or, then the conditional operator, and then assignment operator, then comma. This is the series how the system is following that precedence. You need to write your expression, the system will do it itself. So thank you for watching. You can go through session 1 if you have not watched. I'll share you the session 1 link just below, and soon we'll see the session 3 in upcoming days. Thank you.